latest, the Mark Wrestling Podcast. So the Mark Wrestling Podcast isn't just like your ordinary podcast. This podcast for me is something to jam with, something to play with. So I'm excited about that. Just give me one moment. I'm getting these things fixed. Just to make sure I'm live. I'm not talking to myself or Blur. But yes, this wrestling podcast is very different. This is something where how we want to see things. I'm not going to berate a wrestler. I'm not going to say this or that, or I don't like that storyline. We will say we don't like that storyline, but we're going to say how we should see it, how we want to see it. Even if we feel like the storyline's going good, why couldn't it do this? It's going to be constructive criticism. But at the same time, we're wrestling fans and we want people to know the stories and what's going out there. So yes. Make sure I can hear myself. So yes. So yes, you can hear me right now. So we're going to talk a little bit what's going on in the wrestling world. I just can't hear myself here. Just make sure it's not messing up. So we want people to know the stories and what's... Oh, yes, perfect. It's going good. So right now, we have the indie scene is blowing up. This is pre-coronavirus, so we're going to talk a little bit about pre-corona, where the indie scene's been going nuts. NWA has come back from the ashes, has created a wrestling trend where it's freaking good. It brings back not only 80s, but it makes the wrestling from there much more apprehensible and fun. So we have the NWA with that. They're in Atlanta. They have a good roster coming up. I know it's slowly building up just with the popularity it's getting on YouTube, their channel. But so yeah. So an NWA which features a lot of good wrestlers, including Ricky Starks. I'm a big fan of Ricky Starks. But the gem, the diamond from that is Thunder Rosa, the current NWA Women's World Champion. That is their diamond in the rough right now. I feel she is their biggest superstar at this moment. So that's NWA. Now, moving away from the indies, we have WWE and AEW. So, AEW, it's a new starting wrestling promotion with the Elite. The Young Bucks, as well as Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, and Hangman Adam Page. I didn't think they're going to be that good. They couldn't get a lot of superstars as WWE snatched up a lot of wrestlers out there, but their storyline is good. Their wrestling is really good. Chris Jericho is taking up a notch with them, as well as Jon Moxley. And it's going well. I like Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. He's someone you want to hate. You want to someone just punch him in the face. But yes, that's something where I like, and it's awesome. So yes, so we have that for AEW. They're doing really well. Their women's side's not that good. They got some good names on there, Stratlander, as well as Dr. Britt Baker. But they need some storylines there so far. Dr. Britt Breaker, sorry about that, DMD has a fun storyline. I'm digging it, I like it a lot. Hopefully they can give more storylines to the women because I feel they could do well as well. And then also to the main one, WWE, which has Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. There's a lot of things I want to change in that NXT deal, just because I feel it's becoming like a TNA where they're relying on WWE superstars to get more eyes there, and that's quite funny. Because NXT is supposed to be where the wrestlers become new superstars. They're trained and learned the process, and then if some WWE superstars can't, that need help or redesign their character, then they go back to NXT. Finn Balor, he just went back to NXT and not doing anything with his character. Now they have Charlotte out there, and I feel that's a bit more detrimental to her than her helping NXT, and that I feel it's very, very harsh. So they're needing some main roster help to compete with AEW on Wednesday Night Wrestling War. But I like NXT. It's a really good place. And you meet the new superstars. You get the Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. My favorites, Adam Cole Baby, as well as Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Kyle Fish. Some good wrestlers out there. And of course, the women wrestlers are amazing as well. They got some amazing ones as well. Just I'm digging on Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Their little thing they're doing out there. It's fun. It's fun. I know the current champion is Charlotte, but I feel Dakota Kai could do some damage out there with her partner in crime, Raquel Gonzalez. I have to admit I haven't been watching too much of Raw or SmackDown. The empty arenas, it's been hard to watch. So yes, COVID-19 did take a lot of process out there, a lot of steam, but with the current masses going out there, it's going to be hard. It's going to be something to deal with, but as fans, we can only anticipate and hope for the best. The safety for all wrestlers for everybody is all in our minds. So we're going to be covering those. We're going to be talking to those. We'll probably have interviews up there as well. But we want our opinions out there. Not degrading, not bad, not the horse shit you see on Twitter. We want fun, ethical things, where you could sit down and talk to a buddy about wrestling, where you could sit down and be like, so, why do you think Chris Jericho started that group? Do you think instead of getting the Spanish God, maybe he should have gotten Trent Barreto from the Best Friends, breaking them up? Chucky T and Squeezy Fresh can be their own team, but I think Trent Barreto will do really well with Chris Jericho and his group. Things like that, nonsensical things that's like a real change. Like we're not breaking up a team on purpose, but we feel like it will be beneficial for one of the wrestlers. It'll be the whole Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels thing, where if Shawn didn't throw Marty to that window, will we have the Shawn Michaels today? Those kind of ethical things, and that's what I want to talk about. So, yes, we'll bounce stuff like that out there, as well as our opinions, what's going on right now. One thing that I know it's a hard base is it's the layoffs right now from the COVID-19 with WWE. People are mad and this and that, but from a business standpoint, you got to do what you got to do. But I hope and pray this COVID-19 goes away fast so we can go back to our regularly scheduled